There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go, show recaps, predictions, sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go.
What's going on, everybody? It's the EVP from the EVP Show, and I'm live with your final TNA Impact recap show, or at least for the time being. Was going to go ahead and make the announcement tonight on the stream, but I will be going ahead. I put it on Twitter. So yeah. After a lot of deliberation and thoughts on what was best for myself and my team and everyone involved with everything that's going on with as many shows as I have, at the end of the day, like, after talking to Miami today, I felt like it was best that I really wanted to do a Big Brother. The Big Brother 28. I really wanted to do that because for me, like, it's a better option when it comes to, being able to bring something different besides wrestling. Reality TV, especially Big Brother, has a really, really strong following, like millions and millions of. I mean, when I watched the cast reveal, it was like, I don't know. It was a lot of people. So this will be the last TNA show for a while. I'm not quite 100% sure if I'm going to come back to do TNA. It just depends. But starting next Thursday. And like I said, this is something that I feel like is going to help everyone out at the end of the day. Because I'm going to be doing a recap show. So Big Brother. And obviously if you've watched Big Brother, then like there's a show, it started tonight, and then it's gonna come back on tomorrow, and then Sunday, and then Tuesday, and then Thursday. So next Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, which will be 8:30 p.m. Central. Instead of me doing a recap for every single show, I'm going to just recap the entire week of what happened on Big Brother. I feel like it's going to bring a new audience in. And maybe, some of those people are wrestling fans. You never know. But I enjoy doing it. I used to write in a blog. So, yeah, the season started tonight. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. Looking forward to it. TNA is not bad. It's just, it's hard to. It's so late. So my my views and my analytics and stuff are just not great. And a lot of people have left at the end of the day. So it was a lot of factors going into it. So now it's not like I'm not gonna have a show on Thursday, but I'm gonna be able to go live earlier. And I won't be, it won't be such an impact on the people like Greg and Miami and Final Boss Baby and Director Reg and all those that, help promote the shows and stuff. So, it's going to be a lot more fun. I feel like with the, with the Big Brother recaps, because we're going to get a different type of audience and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be my last TNA show for a while. I don't want to say forever because forever is kind of a strong word. But it's going to be my last show for at least 3 months because Big Brother's on for 3 months. I'll be recapping it all the way up into the finale. So I don't know. That's a lot of recaps. 3 months. See, four shows a month. So about 12, 13 shows, something like that. LFG is getting ready to wrap up a few shows. So obviously I would love to just probably keep Scoops on Sunday and not add an extra show. So it was kind of in between, like keeping TNA and moving Big Brother to right after Scoops, and then still having to do LFG, and that's just a whole lot that I really truly just don't want to do. To be honest with you guys, I have enjoyed it. Thank you for everybody that has tuned in. I've had a couple of good weeks with TNA as far as views and stuff. But I do want to, tell you guys thank you for tuning in every Thursday. But come back and join me. Like if you like reality TV, if you're a Big Brother fan, I'll be promoting it heavy next week. I'll be going over everything that happens tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, and Tuesday, and then right after the first live eviction of the season, next Thursday night, I'll go live, and we'll kind of recap the whole week. So that'll be a lot of fun. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of people in the comments and stuff like that. So, but this will be my last TNA Impact recap show for the time being, until Big Brother's over. And then I may dip into Traders. I think it kind of runs right into Traders. So, United States Traders. So we'll see. Didn't have that conversation with Miami. We just kind of want to see where it goes on the reality TV side. I told him I feel like it's going to be a lot better than TNA. Honestly, nothing against them, but TNA has been kind of bad. So, also, you guys are missing out. I have an exclusive news channel in the Discord, and we're rapidly approaching the 10th of the month, and I have a few people signed up, but you guys got to get signed up in there. It's only $3 a month. Once you get signed up, I will put you into the Discord, and you will have access you'll have access to the whole Discord, but you will have exclusive access to my channel. And so if you signed up tomorrow, then you're only going to get 21 days or 20 days, and then you're going to have to basically, you're going to basically have to pay again. So, it's just kind of worth it to go ahead and get signed up at the beginning of it's better to get signed up at the beginning of the month. So if you guys, sorry, I'm going through my notes. If you guys want to, get in there, just message me. I'll put another post out tomorrow. Obviously, when the stream ends tomorrow, I will go ahead and be promoting SmackDown. Yeah. So thank you guys. Like I said, also, this coming up Wednesday is the Saturday Night Main Event prediction show. So make sure you guys set the reminders for that and join me and Miami and 8 others. Yeah, 8 others. Hopefully we get some more matches, or I might have to call a prediction show up. I don't know. Right now it's only two matches on the card. So at the end of the day, like if we don't get more matches, then I'm not gonna drag 10 people on a show for 2 matches. So hopefully we only have 2 more shows before Saturday Night's Main Event prediction show, which is SmackDown tomorrow and then Raw Monday. So hopefully we get at least a couple more matches so that we can have something. If not, I don't know what to do. I'll have to get with Miami on that, because I truly don't want to drag 10 people on a show to predict 2 matches. It's probably going to be a 1 or 2 person panel at that point, if it's, So let's get into it. Last week kicked off the brand new title that was introduced at Slammiversary. It's the Women's TNA Knockouts Television Championship. We'll kind of go through the brackets again. Let me pull the brackets up really quick. We have 2 more first round matches tonight. I'll go ahead and pull the brackets up and tell you where we're at. This is a brand new title in TNA, so see if I can find the bracket. I have so much stuff saved. All right, so last week, I'll just go through the entire bracket. On the left side of the bracket, we have Indy Hartwell going one-on-one with Vicious Vicky Venuto. Obviously, if you guys don't know her, me and Kyle in Miami actually interviewed her on a Twitter space a long time ago. I brought her in for that. What's going on, Ariel? Good to see you. Glad to see you're doing better. I was just telling everybody this is my last TNA show. There will be no more TNA shows moving forward. I have a new show taking this spot, but it's going to be earlier. I will be doing a Big Brother season 28 recap show starting next Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So that means I'll be done way before this show was ever even going to start. So it's going to be better on everyone, especially Greg and Miami and Reg and Final Boss Lady, the people that are, up late pushing these shows and all that. So this will be the last one. Because even when Big Brother is done, then I'm looking into either the Traders or some sort of AEW show. So, and also, like I said, if you guys are wanting to get into the Discord and my exclusive channel, it's only $3 a month. I do take PayPal, Cash Out, and Zelle. So make sure you guys get in, because if the later you wait in the month, then you're going to have to turn around and pay again for the 1st of August. So I have been posting exclusive news. There was some news that broke today from WrestleVotes in regards to CM Punk and his title reign. We'll see. I'm not sure that WWE's, I'm not debunking it, but it's possible. I just don't know if WWE is really going to give that information out to everybody or anybody personally on somebody's length of their title reign, but we'll see. A lot of news broke. It looks like somebody from the TKO board went to bat for Sheamus. Well, I don't know. Hopefully, maybe the restructure, maybe he comes back. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check on that before Scoops on Sunday. So, yeah. So this will be the last TNA Impact show. So, thank you guys. We've had, I don't know, probably 15, maybe more. It's nothing personal against the product or anybody that comes in here. It's just time for a change. And I feel like bringing reality TV into a YouTube channel on top of wrestling will give me that break that I like to have, where I don't have to talk about wrestling every single day. I can talk about something else that I enjoy, which is reality TV. And Big Brother has a huge following. I mean, I can tell you it's probably bigger than, I can guarantee you it's bigger than TNA. So it'll be a different crowd. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some wrestling fans in there, but I'm looking forward to seeing what it can do and seeing what people think and getting people's picks on who they think is going to win. This is the beginning of the season, so it's the most exciting. Nobody's been eliminated yet. Got some surprises coming from Survivor tonight. Angela returned, so a lot of stuff going on with Big Brother. Can't wait to bring that to you guys next Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. It's already set in my YouTube channel, so if you are watching live on YouTube, please hit that like button. It helps me out in the algorithm. So let's talk about this television, this women's Knockouts Television Championship tournament. That was the belt was presented at Slammiversary, and we had some first round matches last week. So on the left side of the bracket tonight, we have Indy Hartwell going one-on-one with the Vicious Vicky Venuto. She wrestled a lot in the Indies. Me, Kyle, and Miami interviewed her on a Monday space before. Under them two ladies, we have Harley Hudson and Thea Hill, Elena Black, and Wendy Chu. And then M by Elegance and Rosemary. That completes the left side of the bracket. And then on the right side of the bracket, we have Jada Stone going one-on-one with Alicia Edwards. Jody Threat versus Gabby Forza, which took place tonight, which was a fantastic match. Mara Sade going one-on-one with Tasha Steele. That happened last week. Mara Sade advanced to the quarterfinals. Heller by Elegance versus Allie, one half of the tag team champions. With Rosemary, Heather by Elegance defeated Allie last week. So Mara Sade and Allie will meet in the quarterfinals match. I'm assuming next week, or I don't know. They're not done with the first round matches yet. But tonight we're gonna see almost after tonight, three of the four first round matches on the right side of the bracket will be completed. Only one with Jada Stone and Alicia Edwards, unless that happened at the beginning of the show and I missed it. But on the left side of the bracket, it looks like it's getting kicked off with Indy Hartwell and Vicious Vicky Venuto tonight. So, yeah, I'll kind of give you updates on that on the bracket and where we're at after tonight. But I don't know if you guys want a copy of the bracket, let me know, because after tonight, like I said, there won't be any more TNA shows. So tonight, the TNA Women's World Knockouts Championship will be on the line as the new Women's TNA Knockouts Champion. Xia Brookside will defend against the former TNA Women's Knockouts Champions Li Ying Li in a no disqualification, no holds barred match. The Men's TNA World Tag Team Championship will be on the line as the Hardys defend against the Great Hands. There's also two matches in the Knockouts Television Championship tournament with Jody Threat taking on Gabby Forza, and that match was good. And Indy Hartwell facing Vicky Venuto, and they faced each other quite a bit on the Indies as well. Like I said, Vicious Vicky's been working really hard to try to get up to the main roster, or get signed to one of the promotions. So hats off to her, because she had a good match against Indy tonight. So the first matchup we're going to have tonight is going to be the TNA Knockouts Television Title Tournament first round match with Indy Hartwell and Vicky Venuto. And then we're going to have a three-way match: Leon Slater, Ricky Sosa versus the Righteous, which is Dutch and Vincent, versus the System, Bear Bronson and Brian Myers. And we're going to have a TNA Knockouts Television Title Tournament first round match: Jody Threat versus Gabby Forza. Then a no disqualification match for the TNA Knockouts World Championship: Xia Brookside defending against Li Ying Li. And a TNA World Tag Team Championship match: the Hardys versus the Great Hands. So the Hardys won the titles at Summerversary in a four-way ladder match that included the Great Hands, who were added to the match. By the way, Daria Ray has re-signed with TNA, so congratulations to her on that. There will be no more TNA recap shows after tonight. I will be covering Big Brother, the reality show. It started up tonight. That will take the TNA show starting on Thursday, but it's going to be earlier. Instead of 11:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be doing it at 9:30. So this will be the last TNA show. The rest of my recap shows are staying, but this will be the last TNA show. So thank you guys for coming in tonight. Daria Ray said they were good employed after they lost that match. Mustafa Ali asked if they could have another shot, and Daria Ray said sure. It's not like we make matches based on merit or wins, so here we are. So yeah, I don't think I have this in order. Okay, yeah. So this is for the tag team championships: the Hardys versus the Great Hands. Both teams are in the ring. Jeff Hardy kicked things off against Jason Hotch, who made the mistake of mocking Jeff's dancing. So he knocked Hotch to the ground with a shoulder tackle and drove him into the corner. Matt Hardy tagged in, and they both stomped Hotch in the corner. After a quick cover attempt, Skylar tagged in, and he and Hotch double-teamed Matt. They isolated him in their corner, and Hotch went back to the mocking Jeff's dancing, playing, which infuriated Jeff, but the ref cut him off from getting involved. Skylar tagged in. just as Matt got a hot tag to Jeff, and Jeff revenged his dancing with some flying elbows and stomps. He went for a cover, but Hotch broke it up. Jeff went for a whisper in the wind, but the Great Hands moved out of the way and hit him with their favorite instead. But Matt Hardy broke up the pin. Jeff Hardy then landed a twist of fate on Skyler, then tagged in Matt for another. Matt tagged Jeff, and he went up top for the Swanton Bomb for the 1, 2, 3. And the Hardys win and retain their TNA Men's Tag Team Championship over the Great Hands. After the match was over, Mustafa Ali and Agent Zero came out to collect the Great Hands, but then Ali got on the phone and they all kind of slinked away going up the ramp. So then we go to a backstage segment with the former Women's TNA Knockouts champion, Li Ying Li. She was backstage getting interviewed about her upcoming title match tonight against Xia Brookside. Li Ying Li says Slammiversary was very painful. She lost her title and her best friend. She will give her no excuse tonight, though, just to fight. Lee said that the title belongs to a real warrior, and tonight she will take it back. So good interview there. Getting set for that rematch from Slammiversary when Xia Brookside beat Li Ying Li for that Women's TNA Knockouts Championship. So next up, it is time for Frankie Kazarian and the King's Speech. We all love that. Frankie Kazarian's guest tonight on the King's Speech is none other than Moose. Everybody do the Moose. It's only one of them, though. So Frankie Kazarian, a Moose comes out. Frank Kazarian mentioned that Moose has defeated every member of the system. How does he feel about that? Moose said that it was a moment he will cherish because he got to share it with his family. Frankie Kazarian said that his family is going to need therapy after Slammiversary. Moose said no, they won't, and then said that's what's next for Moose is to dominate TNA. He then said that if anyone in the back wants to take on the franchise, to bring it on. Frankie Kazarian said, yeah, you're okay. And Moose said, yeah, I am. And Frankie asked Moose if he was stupid, because how could he call himself the franchise when he's in the ring with the king? Moose said, who crowned you king, Frankie? Then he went on a rant about people coming to TNA then leaving, but he calls TNA his home, which is why he's the face of the place. Frankie Kazarian then called him a B-word and said that Frankie is the last TNA OG standing. Moose said that he's done a lot in TNA, but has never beaten him one-on-one. So how about it? Frankie Kazarian said, no thanks. Frankie then said that Moose's NFL career was as ugly as the women here in Albany, New York. And that brought out AJ Francis. AJ Francis came out. AJ Francis said that he once played football with Tom Brady, the GOAT. And he said that Tom Brady said Moose quit football because he was scared of AJ Francis. So the conversation ended with Moose challenging AJ Francis to a match. And Expression said, we accept, but not tonight, next week. So Moose and AJ Francis will go one-on-one next week on TNA Impact. Then Frankie Kazarian repeated what had just been said, and that was the end of this segment. Frankie Kazarian invited Moose on his talk show to be offended that Moose thinks he's a pillar of TNA and essentially annoy Moose into a match against AJ Francis because of a totally real story about Tom Brady. So that was actually real information. Next up, we see Elijah. He appeared in a tape message saying that he wants to walk the entire TNA audience right up to the TNA World title, which Elijah has never won. He then played his smoky light up guitar. So looks like Elijah wants to make his way up and walk all the way up to that TNA Men's Championship, which is now held by Nick Nemeth, who defeated Mike Santana at Summerversary. So we're going to go to the tournament that I talked about at the beginning of the stream, the TNA Knockouts Television Title Tournament first round match. Indy Hartwell going one-on-one with Vicious Vicky Venuto, which I have interviewed before. She's super sweet, very, very cool chick. Hopefully somebody will sign her because she looked really good tonight. The winner of this match will go on to the quarterfinals to face the winner of Thea Hale and Harley Hudson, which will be next week. So next week, Thea Hale and Harley Hudson, a first round match, will take place on TNA Impact. For me, what I've liked about these matches is it's been very fresh pairings. Like you get to see people from NXT. Gabby Forza's in the tournament. Vicious Vicky from the Indies. And then they have the title belt, like kind of like they did with the King and Queen of the Ring. And I like the title anyway. So we get Indy Hartwell out first. Well, I believe Vicious Vicky come out first. I can't remember, honestly. It's late. So both ladies are in the ring. Vicious Vicky caught the first waistlock in the match, but counted it and bounced Indy Hartwell's head off the turnbuckles. Indy Hartwell countered a whip to the corner and came off the ropes with a big boot. She threw Vicky into the corner for a lariat, but she whipped on an uppercut, allowing Vicious Vicky to get the upper hand. Vicky threw Hartwell with a big suplex, but could only get a 2 count. She chopped Indy Hartwell in the corner and then hit a back kick for a 2 count. Vicious Vicky whipped Indy Hartwell into the corner aggressively and drop kicked her to go for the pinfall again to try to advance to the quarterfinals, but Indy kicked out at 2. Indy Hartwell then came off the ropes with a clothesline and a spinebuster and she went for the pinfall herself, but Vicky kicked out at 2. Indy Hartwell tried to get a full Nelson on Vicious Vicky, but she countered it with a cutter. Vicious Vicky then went for a spinning DDT, but Indy Hartwell countered it onto Hurt's Donut, and that was it for the 1, 2, 3. Indy Hartwell has advanced by defeating Vicious Vicky Venuto in the first round, and she will go on to face the winner of the next first round match, which will be, I'm assuming, next week, Thea Hale and Harley Hudson. So Indy Hartwell will be facing Thea Hale or Harley Hudson in the quarterfinals. It's setting up well. Elena Black on that left side of the bracket, Moira Sade. That's kind of my 2 picks. I kind of feel like that's going to be the finals. Unfortunately, I'll still be watching TNA. I'm just not going to cover it. But I'm pulling for Elena. I love Elena. So hopefully she pulls it out. So we go to the TNA injury report. TNA World Champion, Men's World Champion Nick Nemeth was added to the report, but he's just fine. So yeah, I don't really cover too much on the injury report. And then when we come back from a commercial break and we see the newly signed, he's been on a little bit over a month now, is Fabian Aichner. He hasn't been yet. He loves Italy, prefers wrestling to being a pro skier, and he wants to win the X Division Championship. That pretty much sums up the entire vignette from Fabian Aichner. So we're going to move on to the next match of the night, which is going to be a 6-man. Well, let's see. Leon Slater, Ricky Sosa versus 6-man tag. Well, triple threat tag team match. Leon Slater and Ricky Sosa versus The Righteous, Dutch and Vincent versus The System, Barry Bronson and Brian Myers. Unlike the Great Hands, The System and The Righteous did not get a rematch with the Hardys and instead got one with Slater and Sosa, who are friends and co-workers. For this match, they stressed that you win by pinfall or submission, and only 2 teams could be legal with 1 member each in the match. So all 3 teams are in the ring. Leon Slater and Ricky Sosa immediately disregarded that double team Dutch with stereo super kicks. Then they hit stereo dials, Ricky Sosa taking out the system, Leon Slater taking out the Righteous, which included something Bronson, who said to Myers, "What are they counting down for?" Leon Slater and Vincent found themselves legal. Leon Slater hit him in the corner exactly 10 times before tagging in Ricky Sosa. Ricky Sosa watched him on Throw TV. I think it was last week or week before on House of Glory. TNA needs to do whatever they have to do to make sure that they keep Ricky Sosa, because he is really good. Ricky Sosa dropkicked Vincent in the back and went for a quick cover, but only got 2. Leon Slater came back in, helped Ricky Sosa with that power slam. Leon Slater and Vincent stayed legal. Leon Slater went up top, but Brian Myers started messing with him. Then Dutch finished the job, pulling him off the ropes. Vincent then hit Slater with a flatliner. Dutch tagged in and threw some strikes before throwing Vincent onto Slater. Dutch tagged in and grabbed a headlock on Leon Slater. Leon Slater powered back, and then the Calgary, he powered back. And then we went to commercial break. Leon Slater and Vincent were trading punches in the middle of the ring. Dutch got too close, and Bronson grabbed a blind tag to Dutch's chagrin. Bear Bronson then hit a choke slam bomb on Leon Slater, but Ricky Sosa came in to break up the pinfall. Brian Myers tagged in a grab and a chokehold. Leon Slater tried to punch out of it, but Brian Myers slammed him. He went to the corner to burst out right into a super kick from Leon Slater. Ricky Sosa got his tag and started clearing house, taking out Dutch. Vincent hitting a full Nelson slam, then springboard moonsault on Bear Bronson. But Vincent broke up the pinfall. Everyone started hitting their finishers until Dutch and Bronson were the only 2 men left in the ring. The 2 big men started throwing bombs, with Bronson catching one that sent him into the ropes. The fight then moved to the outside, where Leon Slater dove on them, then threw Bear Bronson back into the ring. Ricky Sosa met him there and hit a spinning uppercut that knocked Bear Bronson cold, and then Ricky Sosa made the pin. Bang, bang. Sosa. So Leon Slater and Ricky Sosa defeated the Righteous and the System tonight. Good stuff. Good match. Ricky Sosa, Leon Slater, two really good stars in TNA. Backstage, we get the Director of Authority, Santino Marella, who was trying to do Ricky Sosa's dance, which was pretty embarrassing, to be honest with you, if you want my honest opinion. He was approached by Daria Ray, who I mentioned earlier was recently re-signed by TNA, so congratulations to her. Also, congratulations to Mandy Rose, who is going to be having a baby, in case you guys didn't know. Congratulations to her. So, Ryan Nemeth showed up and said that he thinks Casey Navarro shouldn't be allowed to talk tonight for reasons. Santino said, "Come on, let the little guy do his thing." And then Daria said, "Yeah, he should speak. But if you, Ryan, happen to go out there and punch the air he's in, and he happens to get hit, it's his own fault." Ryan Nemeth said, "Cool," and left while Santino tried to get Daria to do the Ricky Sosa dance. This show has got a lot of stuff that's just really, really difficult to get behind, guys. So, as much as I love covering this with you guys, I am definitely ready for a change, because TNA is in really, really bad shape, in my opinion. But we are going to get through this last episode, guys. And like I said, I do appreciate you guys showing up every Thursday. The ones that do show up super late, I know. Definitely a shout out to you guys for Sunday Night Scoops. World of Greg, especially for pushing the hell out of it. I think I got close to 100 views on YouTube. That's the biggest. My analytics were like through the roof. I had almost 200 comments. LFG, I got close to 100. The Raw recap with me and Kyle the Man Anthony. I got, I think, about 130 or 140 views on YouTube. So shout out to Kyle for coming in and helping me. With that, it was about a 2.5 hour show, and we had 200 plus people watching either live on YouTube, my X page, or on DW Television X. And they stayed, according to the number, they stayed the entire time. So shout out to you guys for that. NXT was decent. And I wasn't live. Well, I went live yesterday with Kyle and Matt Anthony on Queens of WWE because I am the co-host of that show now, and that is every Wednesday. So next Wednesday, you can catch the prediction show here on the EVP show, and then tune in to me and Kyle. Not even 30 minutes to an hour after that, and we will be covering Queens of WWE episode number 5 at 8 p.m. Eastern. So let's go to the next matchup of the night, and it is also a TNA Women's Knockouts Television Tournament first round match. So the winner of this match will face the winner of, let's see, let me look at the bracket again. This is going to be Jody Threat going one-on-one with Gabby Forza. With the winner of this match taking on the winner of Jada Stone and Alicia Edwards in the quarterfinals. This is actually what I just did. This is actually Gabby Forza's first match on TNA, and she is really good, by the way. So this is Gabby Forza's TNA debut, in which she revealed that she is obsessed with gnomes. That's one thing that I also do like about this tournament is we got to see a promo before from Vicky and also from Indy Hartwell before their match. And then we also got to see a promo backstage from Jody Threat and Gabby Forza as well before their match tonight. So Gabby Forza's first match on TNA, and definitely didn't disappoint. She carries a gnome to the ring. Jody Threat is friends with Lars Fredrickson of Rancid, though, so that's cool. So both ladies are in the ring. Gabby Forza goes for a better bomb at one point, which got her a 2 count. Jody Threat countered a power slam and went off the ropes where they collided in a double clothesline. That happened 3 more times, and then Jody Threat tried to lift Gabby Forza up on her shoulders. Gabby Forza got out of it, but Jody Threat hit her with a Meteora and then a German suplex. Jody Threat then drop kicked Gabby Forza to the outside and hit a cannonball from the apron. Jody then threw Gabby into the ring and went up top, but Gabby dodged the crossbody. Jody Threat then rolled through, and Gabby Forza caught her with a spin out rack bomb or a 2.5 count, almost 3. Gabby Forza tried the better bomb again, but Jody Threat countered it into a pop shove it slam and made the cover for the 1, 2, 3. So for me, I thought maybe Gabby Forza may win this tournament because she is a force to be reckoned with. And I know this was her first showing on TNA, but I was not expecting her to lose in the first round. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. So Jody Threat has advanced in the Women's Knockouts Television Tournament, where she will go on to face the winner of Jada Steele and Alicia Edwards, which I'm sure that match happens next week as well. So Jody Threat defeats Gabby Forza. Backstage, Mustafa Ali was shown getting dressed, telling someone off screen to set it up, and called a state of the order address for next week with mandatory attendance. So next week, Order 4 will have a state of the order address for next week So make sure you guys tune in for that. After commercial break, Casey Navarro came to the ring to let us all know what his next move is going to be. He reminded us that last week Nick Nemeth hit him with the danger zone. Casey said he used to respect Nick, so he called him to the ring to explain himself. The new TNA Men's Knockouts champion, Nick Nemeth, arrived. He got on the microphone. He told Casey Navarro that he really wanted to make him something special in TNA, but nobody has that much time. Nick Nemeth, that was funny. Nick Nemeth said that Casey Navarro is pretty good, but just doesn't have it. Casey Navarro was furious at the suggestion that he didn't have it. He listed off a few accomplishments and then said it was lame because Ryan doesn't have it. With that, Ryan Nemeth appeared behind Casey Navarro and punched the air he was in, knocking him to the mat, similar to what Daria Ray had said earlier. Nick Nemeth then came down and told Navarro to lose his number and leave Nemeth and his family alone. Then the Nemeth left, presumably to a cookout based on Nick's shirt. So yeah, it looks like we're setting up a TNA Knockouts Championship match between Nick Nemeth and Casey Navarro. So this show usually goes about 45 minutes to an hour, so we're doing pretty good. We're about at 42 minutes right now. And I still have to go through the entire goodbyes to the TNA Impact recap show and run through all of the socials with GWE, everyone involved, and tell you guys about what's coming up for, with the Big Brother show starting next week and also the exclusive channel. So let's get to the main event of tonight. It is a rematch of Slammiversary where Xia Brookside won the Women's TNA Women's Knockouts Championship from Li Ying Li. But tonight, Xia Brookside will have her first title defense where she will defend against the former champion in a no disqualification match. So basically, Li Ying Li and Xia Brookside were best friends. Brookside chose championship gold over friendship and won the title. Now they settle it with a no DQ match. So both ladies are in the ring. Li Ying Li sets the tone, hitting Xia Brookside with a drop kick mid-entrance pose. The bell rang and Li pump kicked Brookside in the face and tried to go full Mortal Kombat on her and smash her with her fan, which was funny. Xia Brookside dodged and Li Ying Li ended up fanning the steel steps. Back in the ring, Li Ying Li slammed and stomped Xia Brookside in the corner. She dropped some elbows and knees into Xia Brookside's back and clubbed her to the mat. Xia Brookside bailed to ringside to regroup. Li Ying Li dove on her through the ropes. Brookside tried to get away, but Li Ying Li pulled her back to the ring. Brookside grabbed the fan, swept Li Ying Li's leg with it. That's a tongue twister right there. Xia Brookside then drove the metal handle of the fan into Li's leg and her knee repeatedly. Xia Brookside suplexed Li into the middle of the ring and then went to the outside. Xia Brookside went under the ring and pulled out a leather belt. She snapped it for the camera and rolled it into the ring to smack Li with it over and over. Xia Brookside used the belt to add more torque on the leg when she applied the STF. Then we go to a commercial break. Back from the break, Xia Brookside was still using that belt on Li, doing as much damage as she could to Li's leg. Xia Brookside used the belt to choke Li Ying Li, but then put it down to hit a running knee. Li Ying Li moved, and Xia Brookside hung herself up on the ropes. Li took control with a series of kicks. Li then sent Brookside into the corner and tried to step up the ropes, but her leg gave out. She managed to get up in the opposite corner and hit Brookside 10. She hit her 10 times. Li then hit an exploder suplex out of the corner, but Brookside rolled out of the ring. Li Ying Li hobbled after her and grabbed a chair, a kendo stick, another chair, a third chair, and a table from under the ring. She set up the table at the ringside, then grabbed Xia Brookside and hit her head off the table a couple of times to soften her up. Li Ying Li took Brookside up to the apron and set her up to be put through the table. Xia Brookside countered, though, back in the ring and even the odds with a kendo stick. She hit and choked Lee with the stick, eventually getting back to the apron by the table. Xia Brookside then went and got the title belt. She posed with it for a moment. Then, in response to the crowd "We want tables" chant, she kicked over the table. That left her open to take a cannonball from Li Ying Li off the apron. Lee grabbed Xia back into the ring and delivered some punishment through a chair. She then DDT'd Xia Brookside onto the title belt and began to pile up the chairs. She threw Xia onto the pile of chairs and went up top for a swanton. But Xia Brookside moved, and Li Ying Li hit the chairs square flush. Brookside grabbed the title belt and laid Li Ying Li out, but Li kicked out at 2. They traded punches until Xia Brookside pulled a chair in the way. Li Ying Li punched the chair, which opened her up to a dark side DDT onto the chairs for the 1, 2, 3. And Xia Brookside, after defeating and winning the Women's TNA Knockouts Championship at TNA Slammiversary in her first title defense in a no disqualification match, defeats Li Ying Li 1, 2, 3 with the dark side DDT on the chairs, and she retains her title. This was a really, really good match. After the match, Xia Brookside posed over Li Ying Li with the belt, and it was in my opinion, out of all the TNA shows I have watched, I will rank it as one of the top shows that I have watched. And that is your TNA Impact recap show, guys. Once again, I want to tell each and every one of you guys, especially everybody from DWE, Miami, Final Boss Lady, Director Reg, World of Greg, Kyle, After the Slam, Smoke Sessions, Sports Jedi Network. Make sure you guys, if you've seen their posts, it looks like their YouTube was hacked. So they're trying to maintain and I don't know the whole story, but it looks like they're trying to recover their account. So if they open a new account, make sure you guys do subscribe to them and help them out. They have like 20,000 subs or something like that. I can't imagine. So, Ariel, I love you too. You guys are awesome. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. It's just TNA. This is it for me for TNA for now. I could come back to do TNA. I just really love Big Brother. I think that a lot of you guys that watch the show, I've been watching it since I was a kid. This is a 28th season, and I started watching it at season 3, so that's 25 years. They have one season a year. So, like I said, for about a year and a half, I did write about it for a different company in a blog. And I just went to Miami, and I was like, I never really got the opportunity to recap it. And that's what I do love about DWE is it's opened up a lot of doors for me, a lot of opportunities that I previously didn't have. Sunday Night Scoops was always just a pipe dream. Even though I was getting information at the time, I never really had the platform to be able to come on. And, Sunday Night Scoops at the end of the day is for you guys. It's also for myself, but it's mainly for you guys because there's not too many people I see out there and content creator that will stay on for 2 hours and do a Q&A and answer every single question that's in the comments. So I do that for you guys because I know majority of you guys are the ones that do show up every Sunday. There's always a lot of questions. So I do want to thank you guys for that. Also, make sure you tune in this Sunday. I did make the announcement last Sunday on Sunday Night Scoops. Every person that was in the comments that left a comment last Sunday, every person in the month of July that leaves a comment on the Sunday Night Scoops will go into a drawing at the end of the month. And the first Sunday Night Scoops in August, I will put everyone in a randomizer live here on the EVP show, and I will draw a winner for $25. But this coming up Sunday, in 3 days, whoever is on the show, and this is an incentive to show up. If you want to be a part of the Discord and want to be a part of my exclusive news channel, I highly recommend you guys show up Sunday. I have several more things, surprises planned out for Sunday Night Scoops, but this is a big one. So everyone that comes in Sunday for a Sunday Night Scoops, I will put you guys in the, when we're done with Q&A, I will put you guys in. Well, I tell you what, yeah, it's going to have to be after Q&A because I want everybody to get a chance to ask their questions, and we can try to get in as many people as we can. So if you come in on Sunday, if you like to hear news and scoops and rumors and everything that's going on with WWE and NXT, get your friends to subscribe. Tell everybody to come show up Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, because if you leave a comment in the stream, whether it's through X or whether it's through YouTube, I will, after Q&A is over with, I will put you guys in a randomizer, and then whoever, I will draw one winner, and whoever wins will get a free month in the Discord, no charge. I know it doesn't sound like much, it's $3, but I put in a lot of work into that Discord, and I also go into that Discord every day to put out exclusive news, and that's $3 that you can save. And you know, I can't really buy much these days with $3, but I mean, I don't think you can buy a 20-ounce drink with $3 anymore, but that's not the point. The point is that's just my way of showing appreciation for you guys. So if you want an opportunity at one free month at that exclusive channel, make sure you show up Sunday. Not saying that there's not going to be more opportunities, but that is the first way to earn a free month. The second way is when I post it on Twitter. If you retweet my post and someone signs up, then you will also get a 1-year membership, paid membership, start to finish, for 1 calendar year. So that's why I tell you guys it's so important, because I try to do it for people. It's so important to retweet, because you just never know what surprises I might have up in store. So I've told Fanatic, he's kind of my biggest supporter on Sunday Night Scoops. He had 78 questions this past Sunday. So, I mean, he's already a paid subscriber. So if he does win this week, I'm going to give him the option, which I'm pretty sure he's a really nice guy. He may tell me to draw again, or he may want his next month free. I don't know. Ultimately, that'd be up to him. He does leave the most comments, but it doesn't matter. It goes by, he only goes in the drawing one time. He can leave 100 comments, but he's only going to go in there one time. So come in on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. You know, even if you don't want to stay for the whole show, if you don't want to be, you know, spoiled on a bunch of stuff, then just come in and say, hey, I will put you into the drawing. If you win, I'll contact you, send you the Discord link, and send you a message and tell you what to do once you get in Discord. It's very simple. Once you get in there, you'll see the EVP news channel. Once you see me post it in the general chat, I will put hashtag EVP news. That means I'm posting in my channel, and then you could just go up in my channel. There's so much stuff in there to read. So definitely take advantage of that. That is 2 ways that you can earn a free membership, is by retweeting and by showing up this Sunday. So definitely take advantage of that, guys. And I will be retweeting that again tomorrow. So if you, I will be tweeting it back out tomorrow. So if you see it, retweet it, tell your friends about it. if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy my channel, get your friends to subscribe. Try to help me get to 300 subscribers. I do have a big surprise planned for my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube in August. And also when I get to 300 subscribers, I also have a big surprise plan. I'm not going to tell you guys yet. We got to get a little bit closer. We're at 238. We're 62 subscribers away from 300. But when we get around 275, 280, then I will break that news. And then when we get to 500, we really are going to have a big surprise for you guys. So it's just an incentive for me giving back to the community, because without you guys, I would not have this channel and the minor success that I've had so far in 10 months here on the EVP show. So this is me telling you guys thank you, and I appreciate you guys so much. So this has been your TNA Impact, your final TNA Impact recap show here on the EVP show. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in each and every week, but I still will be live. I still will be doing my Raw, my NXT, my LFG, my Sunday Scoops, my prediction shows. But starting next Thursday, come join me at 9:30 p.m. Eastern if you are a Big Brother or reality TV fan, as I will be doing a Big Brother Season 28 Week 1 recap show. I'm going to not recap each show. I'm going to recap the entire week all the way up to the eviction. So you'll be able to find out who won the HOH, who won the Power Veto, who the nominees are, if one of them took themselves off the block, if there was a twist, if there was a power, and ultimately who went home on Thursday night on eviction night, until we get to those last two final chairs and see who wins the $250,000 or more than a quarter. I think it's $750,000 last year for the winner. So really fun show, long but very fun, very enjoyable to cover. So thank you guys so much again for tuning in to the TNA Impact. I've had fun. It's just time for a change when it comes to this show. All my other shows are staying. I enjoy them. I enjoy having you guys. It's not that I hate this show, but just time for a little bit of a switch up here. See if I can get some more different type of viewers and with reality TV on top of wrestling as well. So once again, if you are watching live here on the TNA Impact recap show on YouTube, please hit that like button. We almost got to the 10 likes, and I did tell you guys if we got to 10 likes that I would have a surprise on Sunday Scoop. We didn't get there, but we got really close. We got to 8. So let's try to get those likes up on these streams. That definitely helps me out, helps my channel, helps the algorithm. We're also live on my X page and on DWE Television X page. And make sure you follow DWE Television on X. I'm going to give you the rundown of everyone affiliated with DWE, starting off with the CEO himself, head of the table, Miami the Great 305. Make sure you follow him on X, and his co-host, the HR of DWE, Final Boss Baby with 2 B's. Make sure you follow her on X, and then you can go to their YouTube page, which is Talk It Up Podcast. Miami does Inside the NFL Mind with Miami on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He was live earlier today, and I believe he'll be live again Tuesday. Starting at the end of August, beginning of September, me and Miami will be back for the EVP Miami NFL recap show, season 2. We did a whole season last year, a lot of fun. So we are bringing that back for you guys. It will be on a Tuesday. So instead of doubleheader Sunday, it'll be doubleheader Tuesday. We'll go from that to NXT. So looking forward to that. But you can find Miami and Final Boss Baby on Talk It Up Podcast. Give them a subscription on YouTube, and always tune in on Saturdays to DW Radio. Not only can you listen to it on DW Television X, or Talk It Up Podcast, you can also listen to it on Twitch, DW TV, DW Television on Twitch. Also, it is on Spotify. So make sure you guys don't miss out on that. Next up in line is the World of Greg. Shout out to him, as he is a beast at promoting these streams. I almost got up to 100 viewers, which is fairly really good for this show, and that's why this show is unfortunately coming to an end. I'm replacing it with reality TV on Thursday night. It's just so late. It's kind of it's taxing on everyone to try to be able to get the numbers up on this show. But he does a phenomenal job. The World of Greg. Make sure you tune in every Monday, an hour before Monday Night Raw. It's the World of Greg and Kyle the Man Anthony will run down the entire Monday Night Raw card for you guys and get you ready for Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So follow both of them on X and tune in to the rundown on WWE television live every Monday, 1 hour before Raw. Also, Kyle the Man Anthony, as you've seen him on my Night of Champions recap and my last 2 Raw recaps, he has joined me. Kyle the Man Anthony has his own show, which is called Queens of WWE, where he talks about the women's division from Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. And just recently, I was on episode 2 with him, and then recently after episode 3, he asked me to be the co-host, and I was on last night with him. Really great show. Make sure you guys go back and listen to the replay of that on DW television as well, and give Kyle the Man Anthony a follow, and tune in Wednesday after my Saturday Night Main Event prediction show for me and Kyle on Queens of WWE at 8 p.m. Eastern for Queens of WWE episode 5. So make sure you tune into that. Director Reg as well, After the Slam podcast. Big shout out to him for 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's doing a lot of big things over there. Some big interviews coming up. So make sure you follow him on YouTube. On X and on YouTube and on Instagram. Yes, SmackDown. I'm still going to be doing Raw. I'll go over my schedule with you just a second when I get done here, y'all. The schedule's not changing, except something's taking TNA's spot. Still going to have Raw. Still going to have SmackDown. Still going to have NXT. Still going to have LFG. Still going to have Sunday Night Scoops. Still going to do prediction shows. We're just going to replace TNA with reality TV for 3 months, and then probably going to AEW after that. So that is the plan for now. Also, Sports Jedi Network and the Smoke Session podcast as well on YouTube, and everyone affiliated with Gimmick Table Media. With that being said, guys, thank you once again so much from the bottom of my heart for tuning in all these weeks so late for this TNA recap show, July 9th, 2026. I will be back shortly to tell you guys where you can find me on all my social media platforms, what I have coming up for you guys the rest of this week, and I will give you my schedule for next week. So stay tuned. I'll be back shortly.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Predictions Sports. Let go, Show Recaps Predictions Sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Predictions Sports. Let go.
All right. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming in each and every week to this TNA Impact Recap Show. This is the final TNA Impact Recap Show live here on the EVP Show, unfortunately. But we're going to have some fun with some reality TV, and it's going to be earlier on Thursday, so you guys don't have to stay up so late on Thursdays to catch my content. So thank you guys again for that. Where you can find me on my socials, you can find me on X at EVPCJP. Just give me a follow on X. I'll follow you back as much as Elon Musk allows me to do. If you go to my X page and go all the way up to the top, my YouTube is pinned at the top. Just if you get a chance, if you're scrolling through my page, you go all the way up to the top, just hit that retweet button. Help me get to 300 subscribers, because like I said, I have a big surprise plan for you guys once I get to 300 subs. So thank you for that in advance. You can find me on Instagram at EVPCJP. It is a business account. My YouTube link is in my bio. You can see all my upcoming videos made by Miami and Greg for my upcoming streams. You can find me on TikTok at Brady DeGoat 21. That's at BRADYDA Goat 21. Once again, it is a business account, but my YouTube is in my bio, and it's all the videos for the upcoming streams. I will be posting those shortly after I go off the air tonight for the SmackDown recap show coming tomorrow, which should be interesting. SmackDown tomorrow, so looking forward to that. Last but not least, most importantly, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you cannot find my YouTube channel on any of the social media platforms, just go up to that search bar in the top right hand corner and type in at the EVP show. If you are subscribed to this channel, turn that notification bell on, come and join me for all of my daily wrestling and reality TV moving forward content. Looking forward to that. So thank you guys again so much for everything you guys have done for the TNA. This is the end of TNA, but it's the beginning of something else. So nothing else is going. So let me go ahead and give you guys my schedule moving forward. So you guys will have it tomorrow night, Friday. I will be back. SmackDown's back to 2 hours. I will be back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night for your SmackDown recap show. Saturday, I am off. Plan on going to do some fun stuff Saturday. I think I'm gonna go watch a movie or something. Yeah, I'm going to the movie Saturday. I haven't been in a while, so Saturday I'm off. But make sure you tune in to DW Radio, like I said, on DW Television, on Twitch, also on Talk It Up Podcast. Make sure you tune in to Miami the Great and Final Boss Baby Saturday for DW Radio. Sunday, it is doubleheader Sunday again here on the EVP show. Like I told you guys, you don't want to miss Sunday Night Scoops this week. And we will start off doubleheader Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Sunday with Sunday Night Scoops with the EVP. Come back later on Sunday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time as we're winding down on Season 3 of LFG for the LFG Season 3 Episode 12 recap show. Monday, I'm back as Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns returns to Monday Night Raw at 11 p.m. Eastern for your Raw recap show. Tuesday, I'm back again this is a 7-day week, guys. So Tuesday, I'm back again at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for your NXT recap show. Wednesday, you can see me twice. First off, you can see me at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with a huge panel, full panel. If hopefully praying we get enough matches to do this, but we will. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern for the Saturday night main event, because Saturday night's main event is coming up next Saturday from the Madison Square Garden. So Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you're not on the panel, come join us in the comments. Give us your predictions in the comments. 6 p.m. Eastern, full panel for Saturday night's main event prediction show. And then later on that night at 8 p.m. Eastern, join Kyle, the host of Queens of WWE Episode 5, and me, the co-host, and we will be going over everything that's going on in the women's division. Thursday night, I'm used to saying come back for the TNA recap show, but it is the debut of a new show here on the EVP show. Join me at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday night for Big Brother Season 28, Episode 1 recap show. Once again, Big Brother Season 28, Episode 1 recap show, Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Come in and check it out. If you watch the show, you will love it. So look forward to seeing you guys for that. Next Friday, I'm back again at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time for your SmackDown recap. Saturday, once Saturday night's main event has ended and all the smoke has cleared from Madison Square Garden, join me at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for your Saturday night's main event recap show. And then next Sunday, it is doubleheader Sunday again here on the EVP show, starting off at 6 p.m. Eastern with Sunday Night Scoops with the EVP. And then come back later that night for the 11:30 p.m. Eastern for the LFG Season 3 Episode 13 recap show. So 9 shows or 10 shows next week, 7 days worth of content. So turn that notification bell on and come join me And once again, thank you guys so much for your support on this TNA Impact recap show. I've had a lot of fun, but it's time for the EVP to try something different when it comes to TNA. So I'm looking forward to the new journey into reality television just for one night a week. I will not be abandoning wrestling content. It's just TNA. So I will be back for everything else. So thank you guys so much for that. That being said, hopefully you guys will still come in on Thursdays and check out my Big Brother recap show. If you don't watch it, you probably won't understand what's going on. But if you do, this will be the show for you to come in and watch because it is very popular and it's been around for this is the 28th year. So that's a long time. Over half my life for sure. So yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you so much again. I am signing off for the last time on the TNA Impact Recap Show. I am the EVP from the EVP Show and the Golden Boy of DWE. DWE is the only place to be. You guys have a happy Friday and come back tomorrow night and join me at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time for your SmackDown recap show. And once again, thank you guys so much for your love and support for the TNA Impact Recap Show. But we will start a new chapter next Thursday into reality television. That being said, good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the SmackDown recap show. Good night, everyone.